oh my, how you have grown.
Tell me, what am I?
Look at you, child. You're a mess.
Let go of her.
Elizabeth, everything I've done to keep you safe.
Safe from what?
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. But the archangel revealed something else. Beware, prophet. Beware the false shepherd, Booker DeWitt, for he shall be as a wall between her and destiny.
Why?
DeWitt, I'm a fool. I've set mighty armies to stop you. I've rained fire on you from above. I did all of that to keep you from her, when all I needed was to tell her the truth. Ask him, child. Ask him what happened to your finger. Ask DeWitt.
Let go of me!
Ask...
She's your daughter, you son of a bitch! And you abandoned her! Was it worth it? Huh? Did you get what you wanted?
Booker.
Tell me!
Booker!
Tell me!
It is finished.
Nothing is finished!
Booker!
You locked her up for her whole life!
Booker!
You cut off her finger, and you put it on me!
Booker, stop it! You killed him.
Alright, hey guys, so I just want to talk to you about Bioshock Infinite, what I think, and just a quick note, this intro here is kind of like a foreshadow, I think, of like what actually happens to the town as a whole.
Are you afraid of
Because it
God?
starts off, you know, like alive and I guess like intact, and then it slowly crumbles and breaks, and that's what kind of happens to the town as a whole. And I was gonna go over the cons of the game first, see what you guys think about these. I know I didn't hit all of them, but I think I hit the most important ones. So in this game, I don't know if you guys played Bioshock 1 or 2, but if you played them, everything was like 11 plasmids, and in Bioshock Infinite there's only 13. So I mean only 8, not 13. There's only 8, which I mean is less, but I mean, I don't know, I'd really just like to see a couple more in there, but I mean the ones they have, they're good and everything, but more would be better, as it always is, but they make up for that with the pros, of course, but let's do more cons. So you know, when you in Bioshock 1 and 2, I felt really confined in what I was supposed to do, and in this game I was hoping a more like free roam type thing, and they kind of give you that feeling in the beginning when you're in this big open city and you can do whatever you want. But then as it progresses, you get more confined and confined spaces. They make your own decisions for you, and I mean, it's great. It's a great plot. I'm glad that they made the choices they did for you. But I just like a little bit more options in the game, which it's another topic, the lack of choice making. So in the beginning there's some choices, but they don't really affect anything, at least not like they did in Bioshock 1 and 2. So I really was a little bit turned off by that in the beginning, the lack of choices, but at the end of the campaign, if you were paying attention, all of the alternate realities link to one ending. So I mean, it really wouldn't make any sense for there to be several endings if there's only supposed to be one ending for all the different realities. So I mean, I think they did a good job sticking to the plot there, and not just you know, putting multiple endings in there just for, you know. I mean, I would have liked some variation, some replayability, but there's going to be DLC, and maybe they can add some of that in there, but I don't know. So let's see what they do with that. I mean, like, you guys remember in Bioshock 1 and 2, if you played them, when you upgrade like your Tommy gun, they looked cool. You know, they had like a bunch of different wires and like bigger mags and like different colors added to them, and they looked a lot cooler. You know what I mean? And I really like that. I really like changing like aesthetics to my gun, and in this game I felt like it was a little bit let down by when I get an upgrade I don't get an aesthetic change, and that was one thing that I was disappointed about. But I mean, it's not that big, but I mean it just added a little bit uniqueness to your character to show like what guns you prefer and what guns you don't, you know? And then I just thought it was cool.
Wait a minute, that card.
And so one more problem I had was the length of the campaign. I mean, like I thought that I thought it was a pretty long campaign, and that was alright, but I wanted it to be longer, just truthfully. And if because of the one campaign thing, they should have at least made it longer to compensate for one storyline, but that's just my opinion. And I mean, it was a great campaign though. The amount of time they did spend on it was time well spent, so I'm happy they did that. And let's see. Oh yeah, one of the last few things here is the lack of bosses. I don't know. Like there was like killing Lady Comstock, and then I think it was Flint early on. You had the option to. I don't remember what his name was. It was Flint or something. But you had the option to kill him or not, and I think I did because he tried to kill me. And so you had that option, which was of course another option in the game of one of the few you get to choose. But truthfully, I don't know. I just wanted a longer campaign, and then the lack of bosses was like, I don't know. I just felt like if it would have been longer, there would have been more bosses, and then I would have liked that better. Because like the bosses you do have were like kind of repetitive, like the handyman, the Washingtons and the Lincolns, but they're not really bosses. They're just kind of like heavies. But I mean, other than that, I'd say that's all the problems I really have with the game as a whole. And so let's go on to the pros. Alright, I know you guys played Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, but there wasn't too many weapons in that game. Like there was a fair amount. There's like pistol, shotgun, Tommy gun, minigun if you played as Big Daddy, I think drill, and like there were some other things in Bioshock 2 and Bioshock 1. Like they brought in more for Bioshock 2, but you weren't actually a person, so they were alright, the weapon variation. But in this game, there was a ton of guns. I didn't even really get the option to use all of them. I don't know about you guys. I focused mainly on the carbine and the sniper rifle, and the hand cannon as well. I didn't really use automatic weapons or explosives at all, really. I don't know. I just felt they were underpowered for being explosives, and they were, I don't know. I don't like them, and automatic guns just seem too inaccurate. But I mean, they had a great job with the variation, so it really is a matter of preference rather than sticking to the same 6 guns. Not even 6, I don't think. But another thing I really liked was character development. As you go into this, I mean, you're a little bit like you're not like too aware of who you are, but like just the way he talks, like especially up to this next scene that I'm showing you, when he goes up to the religious people, the religious group, and just the way he acts and talks to them really just speaks to you about what kind of person he is. And then the few choices you make also define him as a person. And I think your choices and your actions reflect on Elizabeth. Not only, spoiler, that she's your daughter, that she has the same characteristics as you, well, some of them, and they start to rub off after she's aware, because she's kind of, I don't know, I guess unaware of her surroundings. When she comes out, she's like experiencing this new world, and then she becomes more like DeWitt. And then I thought that was good character development on like all levels. And then how I think Daisy was the name of the rebellion group. I forgot what their name was. The rebellion's group. I forgot what the name was. But she became kind of crazy, psychotic towards the end, and you kind of felt that way when you first met her. Like, well, you're just gonna take my ship. I mean, that's all right, I guess. Go ahead and take that. And I mean, I really another thing I really thought brought a lot of nostalgia in was revisiting Rapture. I really liked Rapture. I thought it was a great touch to the game, and I thought that was really cool.
Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
This is the white man with the black voice, if you ask me. But yeah, and not only that, but just not as visiting Rapture and how cool that was, but the actual this city, Columbia, is just such a cool city. I mean, like, it's such a unique theme as well. I mean, the city is so big, and it's just, it seems kind of like a utopia, but eventually becomes a dystopia. But it just seems so cool. I've never seen anything like it. Like, look at this room. Have you ever seen anything like this in a video game? It's just awesome. And then, like I was saying, it's just such a unique theme as well. Like, there's a lot of, like, you know, like medieval themes to a lot of games, and then there's a lot of 50s themes, 60s, like Fallout and I guess Fallout and was Bioshock 1 and 2. They had kind of a 50s theme to them, and then this one takes on like a more like a early 20th century, 1900, early 1900s area. And I thought that was awesome. It was new. It was cool. And they didn't let that limit their weapons either. Like, there's still RPGs stuff in there, but they kind of had like this feeling of still being in I guess an earlier stage in weapons, you know? That was cool. And then let's see. Oh yeah, I really like the immersion of the game too. Like, you really feel like it's really pulling you in, especially that intro right there. Like, it's just so it's so immersive, and like everything is just so, it's so detailed that there's so many things to do, so many things to see, and you really feel like you're here. And oh yeah, that's like showing how they're the same person. Lutece, yeah, they're literally the same person. Oh, that's cool. A little the bird, what's his name? Shit. I forgot his name. Anna's protector or whatever. But yeah, that's cool. It's showing how Lutez they're literally the same person, is from different realities. They're not brothers or sisters. They're literally the same person. And that right there, if you didn't know, it's basically Zachary Comstock's like plan and order in case I, DeWitt, come back to this universe in order to take back Anna, the child I sold to him. So it's basically his plan in order to stop me in case that happens. So that's the whole point of that. If you didn't know how he knew that would happen, it's basically because Comstock is aware that he bought the baby from himself. So that's your little something to notice if you didn't know.
It's him.
This is when the town realizes, oh, this guy's
Where'd you get that brand?
basically the devil.
That makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
And we ain't letting.
And also it shows the religious, I guess, ignorance as well, that actually believe there is a false shepherd, how blind they are, I suppose. Oh, that was just gruesome. I think that's probably the most gruesome scene in the game. And the finishing moves are also just gruesome. Oh, that's just gross. I think I decapitated him. Shit. Oh. Oh. Ooh. That one was cool. Flip him in the air a little bit. It's just like the gameplay in that, like, that was some pretty solid gameplay. I mean, it, like, how the finishing moves and how, like, you know, they're different each time. Like, and have you guys ever played Darksiders? But literally, they had the same exact finishing move every single time for the same enemy, and it was just so repetitive, and I got bored of it just because of that. Like, they need some variety in the game, and this game produced that, which is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, another thing I like about the gameplay in this is how, like, the pistol is usable even at the end of the game. Like, they don't make it obsolete. They make it usable. They make that you can upgrade it to make it stronger, which I think is awesome. And it really just, it keeps it so that, you know, you're still the same I mean, you're still progressing because you can upgrade it, but it just keeps the same, you know, flow throughout the game, you know. I just like it as a whole. And now I'm gonna show you some gunplay, and then shortly after we're gonna wrap this up, and then that should be it. Nice headshot there, and then oh, there we go. Ooh, that's a nice touch that his hat flies off too. That's me. And this is just a little slaughter. It's pretty funny. That's me. Alright. And I mean, the gunplay in this is really solid. I think I actually prefer it to games like Fallout and I don't know about you guys though. I mean, I prefer it to Fallout simply just because the mechanics. Although there's a much greater variety in that game, just the sounds, the looks, the feeling, the satisfaction when you get a kill. The amount of bullets it takes to kill an enemy in Fallout is absolutely ridiculous as well, which is one flaw with it. But in this game, it's just a couple solid shots. Well, at least on live players, not like any. I guess any like handymans or any bosses or anything. Just a couple solid shots and he's dead, which I like, you know. And there's little details everywhere you could poke your head at, like these nice little houses and ammo there. If you know, you could easily miss that. Really nice headshot there, and I mean, I'm playing on hard right now, but that's just poor aim on my part. Oh god. And so just. It's really not that difficult of a game. Go up here and buy some health real quick. I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, I'm just not very great at FPSs. I mean, I beat it on hard, and there was a couple times where I thought the game was incredibly challenging. Like, I think it was one of the first, like maybe the third handyman or so, and I just thought that was ridiculously hard for me. Oh shit. That's just a run. Oh god. And I just really enjoy the gameplay in this. I mean, and also just the surroundings, the amount of cover, the amount of help they give you, it's great. It's just overall great. And I think I'm just gonna end the video now, give you my overall rating. I think give it a 9.75 out of 10. Just the amount of pros greatly outweighs the cons in my opinion. And I mean, this first boss here, like, I mean, this just becomes a normal enemy later on in the game, and I like that a lot. How, I mean, it may seem difficult now because obviously you're just started the game, but as you get better guns and as you progress, it become a little bit more regular, and it's just really just a fun game. Oh shit. Come on. Oh shit, out of vigors. I mean salts. And I'm basically dead. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. 9.5, that'd be terrible. 9.5 out of 10. This is a great game. If you haven't picked it up yet, definitely buy it. A good 13 hours of gameplay on hard, if you ask me. And buy the DLC season pass, only 20 bucks. The game is 60. I don't think it'll be dropping anytime soon, but it's just such a good game. I'd recommend it. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to. Thanks, and close with this last little scene here.
Well, you only live once. This